Hello guys, this is Avcoor, and this is a very informative video. I actually have to say sorry about not having sound on the Whirlpool Water Boss, but the most important aspect of that video is I would not have been able to complete it without Richard, and I couldn't complete it without Richard at rank 5, and that's the point of this video. The management of resources in this game is so critical that when you look at my summons, you'll notice that I didn't even get the Avia to rank 40 that I wanted to. It's because I summoned for Richard, and long term, I think that was the better choice. I know that Avia and Krill are great characters. I did videos on them, but at rank 3, they will not clear content the way a rank 5 unit like Richard will. And Richard feels in a role as a tank. Like, there's two type of players in this game. There's PvP players and there's PvE players. And PvP is way more expensive. Like, if you're purely playing a PvP type setup, you will always have to summon for the next best unit. That's just the way it is, because Krill is that unit. She is the next best unit. Avia is the next best unit. They designed these characters in order to make you spend money, and that's fine. I mean, you have to pay for this game. You have to pay for the developers, you have to pay for the programmers, you have to pay for that stuff. So I understand. But for you and me as players, we have to make rational decisions with our resources. So I'll go over at least 4 rational things you should do with your account and building your account. And then I'll go over some characters that will help you build your account easier. They will not be top tier characters, but they're characters that are useful for building your account. Let's go over the first thing you should do in order to strengthen your account. And that is look at your MC characters. Look at your 3 main characters.
이곳은 영역개척 작업부서다.
Notice that I already have
무슨
them
일이지?
to rank 9,
먼저 회의 시간을 예약해라.
but also
새로운
notice
세계.
that they have real optimized gear. Max. This is not max, but it will be max soon. Max, SSR rank 5, and this is rank 4. But this is her unique weapon. let me put her equipment back on. I was using it on my my arena because I was doing Tree of Branches. I'll show that later. So Max, rank 4, her unique weapon, and I used Burning Rock ornament because of movement. But notice that all 3 of my characters I have built. I did not uninvest in them. Like, I'll switch gear from time to time, but for the most part, I heavily invested in these characters. You can even look at their runes. They have their own rune sets that I barely change. Like, she has her own rune set. She has the weakest rune set out of all my characters. I don't think she even has a rank 4. Yes, she does. I take that back. I think it's him. It might be a toss up, but the first step to you building your account is to actually invest heavily into your MC characters because they will eventually get to rank 9. You will not have to spend money to get them to rank 9. And you have to think about that, man. This game is so expensive. I wish, like, they would make it easier for you to get access to SR characters. I'm not talking about SSR characters because I understand that you have to pay for this game. I'm not immature or stupid. I know that, but you know, SR characters in Langresser, you had access to you had easier access to SR characters, and I think they should do that in this game. Um, Second tip: look at your elemental cores. Always focus on 3 units that you would like to play in Whirlpool and Eris Mamble's Den and Tree of Branches because you're going to need to be in that mindset. You're going to need a tank, which Belette actually feels in. She actually feels
너
in that
지금
position of fire tank
벨렌님에게
really
같이
well.
이야기 나누자고 조르는 거야?
And
그럼
교실에서 수업하는 거 지루했는데 그대가 와서 다행이야.
and you look at
드디어
Nicholas.
정당한 이유로 밖에 나갈 수 있게
He's
됐어.
a
별의
fire
탑을
wizard.
참관하러 온 손님을 맞이하는 게
And you look at
용사들이여, 검을 들고 우리의 용기와 결심을 선포하라.
Alright, so that's
그
one.
누구도 침범할 수 없다.
And
새로운 세계,
like I said, he
새로운
fills in
시작.
the role of the warrior. And Richard, who I built to rank 5,
기사의 영광은 세월에 퇴색되지 않는다.
And then
그대는 나 레오나
나와
이 세미나.
검술 대결을 하고 싶다고? 아마 5분도 못 넘길 텐데.
understand that when you're on a budget, your elemental cores will not be perfect. The perfect elemental core is warrior, tank, wizard, because you're covering all your bases with that. But for me, I have a Yig, and I never built her because Seminar I could use her in more content, and I used her in PvP a lot in order to get to silver. I never got to diamond yet, but that's why I built Seminar. And Seminar is a really good investment, and you have to think about that. You have to think about your elemental cores. Like, this is why Charlotte's so good. She can fill in the elemental core warrior, but she can also clear various forms of content. And I use her. Even at rank 3, I used her.
고개 숙이지
clear,
못해? 잘 들어. 나
war
캐시의
content.
협조를 바란다면 내가 시키는 대로 해. 알겠으면 큰 소리로 예 하고 대답하고.
But because
태어날
of
때부터
Lena
모든 것을 잘하는 사람은 없어.
and Charlotte, I was
아이비스의
able
바람,
to supplement the fact that
아이비스의
she was at a
모든
low
것.
rank and I had brownie too.
성관기사 브라운 환영 인사 드립니다. 조남이 어떻게 되시나요?
So you can actually see that I've been investing in my elemental cores. Like, there are certain characters like him that are slept on. But this guy has carried me through so much content that I'm actually happy that,
사람들은
you know, that we
너무나도
were able to
오랫동안 억압되어 왔어.
get him. But yeah,
내
I
노래가
mean, this guy
사람들을
actually
해방할
is
수
really good.
있기를 바라.
And that's the third thing I want to talk about. You're going to have to fill in the gaps of your team with SR units. Unless you're well, you're going to have to look at a lot of these SR units, and you're going to have to say which ones are good and which ones are bad. I'm going to, at the end of this video, tell you which ones are really good and which ones you should stay away from. But you have to look at your SR units. You have to look at these units, and you have to say, they may not be SSR units, but they can actually help me clear content. Like, I used to use Atum a lot. If you look at my older videos, I used to use
모든
Atum a
과거는
lot.
불타 잿더미가 되어버렸다. 남은 건 아툼이란 이름뿐이야.
But once Nicholas
교실에서
got to
수업하는 거
rank
지루했는데
6,
그대가
I
와서
started
다행이야.
using him, and
드디어
he
정당한 이유로
actually
밖에
helped
나갈
me
수 있게 됐어.
clear a lot
별의
of
탑을
content.
참관하러 온 손님을 맞아. 백일화된 생명은 아리스 공장의 물건처럼 식상해. 난 너희처럼 생동감 넘치는 젊은이가 더 좋아.
He helped me clear so much content. It's kind of weird that at rank 9, they totally blow out the rank 4 SSR units, but they do. And units are so expensive in this game that you have to look at SR units. Like Nicholas, I don't think I'm ever going to play Atum again now that I have Nicholas built. Unless I get Atum to rank 5 or 6, I'm not gonna use Atum anymore. I'm not. Like Lohanes, I'm not gonna use like certain characters anymore because your SR units can actually fill in those roles extremely well. Even her, I've used her now. I've been using her now. There's some units that you should stay away from, and I'll talk about those units, but that's tip number 3. Excuse me. Tip number 4. Build up, do not build down. Like, if you look at like some of my best units, like some of these characters I don't play. Like, I think this was a mistake getting her.
상황
She
파악이
is
안
like one of the
되면
best units in the
직감을 믿고
game,
돌진해. 시간은 기다려주지 않는다고.
but I have so
얼마나
many
어려운 상대든
commitments
간에
that I
다들
never really
움직여.
used her.
움직이라고.
I never really used her. I have so many commitments because you only have 3 sharding slots for your heroes, and it's like I had to build arena. I had to build arena. I'm building Sigheart and Seminar. There's just not enough space for her. There's just not. And I've been able to clear so much content with arena as opposed to having her, and she used her unique weapon. You have to build up. What I mean build up is don't stop building Sigheart when he's at rank 7. Build him all the way to rank 9. Don't stop building her at rank 6. Build her all the way up to rank 9, because when they get to rank 9, they become extraordinary. These characters become really, really good at rank 9. It's like the devs punish you for not like investing massive resources. And I don't like that, but it's just the way it is. Like, it's coming to the point where these characters will actually probably get built before the other characters is because they already have resources built into them. Like, when you look at
항상
Lancelot,
경각심을 유지해.
I
위험은
accidentally
언제든
got
닥칠 수 있어.
her unique weapon. I wasn't planning on getting her unique weapon. It happened on accident. But because it happened on accident and the fact that she's at rank 4, veteran sex knight, whatever, dude. Anyway, because that happened, she's my next project. For simply put, the stuff, everything's there. Like, she is already at rank 4. She already has her unique weapon. There's no point of me not building her. It takes so many rolls. You actually have to roll at least 120 times in the weapon gacha to actually get a unique weapon. Because for some reason, like the first 60 pools never give you the unique weapon. It's always like pity. You always seem to have to go to pity to get unique weapons. I don't know why that is, but it's just the way it is. And I have accepted it as that. So that's why she's the next character getting built, because I already have her unique weapon and I already have her in rank 4. There's just really no point. And I think,
나 엘리시아는 케투라의 현재 그리고 미래의 유일한 월관왕이 될 것이다.
and I think I'm just gonna build her because she's already at rank 4. I mean, I just that's just the way. That's like one free rank because I accidentally summoned her on accident. And you have to look at it that way. Like, it seemed bad that you have to think about it that way, but this game's extremely expensive. And I'm not like a whale, so yeah, I have to think like that. But thinking like that has got me really far. Like in Branches of the Forest, 29, 26, 30, 30, 29, 27. And the only reason this is 29 is I just haven't done it yet. This is 27 because I'm at a boss right now and I need more DPS. So I'm going to have to find a. I think I'm going to need a warrior, or I'm probably going to have to pick up a warrior because I need someone who's going to deal high DPS. And like, unless I'm probably going to have to unlock all of my Shadow Assassin's traits. That's probably what I'm going to have to do. I'm gonna have to unlock all of Hassan's traits, because that's another problem I have with this game. Like, I'm not asking for like the SSR trait unlocks. It'd be nice if we could get the SR trait unlocks, because those are near non-existent and you have to summon massively in the gacha to get like material fragments in order to get the SR trade unlocks, and I really don't like that. That's like a really big gripe for me. And it's not like SR units are like super god tier units. They're not. I just think we should have access to SR trade unlocks. And third, I just haven't done it yet. I'll probably do it today. But yeah, from this I know that I'm just really limited by resources because the decisions I made have led me to get this far. And I not even, I barely spend like, I think I spent at least over 100. I'm not gonna lie, I spent at least over 100. And in this game, that does not go far, which is scary to me. That's a lot of money, but it really doesn't go far in this game. But yeah, but let me show you some characters that I think that will really help out your account. They're
이곳은
not
영역계
like
적 작업 부서다.
super
무슨
great
일이지?
characters,
먼저
but they
회의
are
시간을
characters that will
예약해라.
get the job done. And I've already talked about them MCs, but I'll talk about them again. They will get the job done. That's one of the best aspects of this game is that the MC characters are actually really good and solid, so you can invest in them without like regret. I think Hassan is a sleeper character. I think Hassan is one of the best wizards in the game
현실의 실체.
because he's doing a couple of things that you want him to do.
사람들은
Like this,
너무나도 오랫동안 억압되어 왔어.
he has the magic attack.
내
He has the
노래가
magic defense. He is
사람들을
really frail.
해방할 수 있기를
But when you look at his
바란다.
tricks, he has a lot of good stuff here. He has a lot of debuff potential. He lowers magic defense. And if you attack an enemy with this passive, you actually are able to deal more damage. There's a lot in this kit because I'm going to do an SR character overview and you're going to see that Hassan is really good. Excuse me. There are a couple of characters in the SR pool that are really good. And Hassan is really one of them. Hassan is so good that I'm kind of sad that I didn't build him sooner. Even has like AoE. He's got 2 AoEs actually. He's got 2 AoEs and 2 single targets, which is really good. I mean, what you're asking Hassan to do, he does really well. So, of all the SR characters, Hassan's like one of the top picks for me. So is Brownie. I think
성관계사
Brownie
브라운
is actually
환영
really good if you get
인사드립니다.
him early.
조남이 어떻게 되시나요?
I know he's limited by his color, but Brownie's actually an effective DPS, and he actually has move again. Though it's not as great as Nina, it's every other turn, but that's still great. I talked about
교실에서
Nicholas before.
수업하는
I
거
think
지루했는데
Nicholas is really good.
그대가 와서 다행이야. 드디어 정당한 이유로 밖에 나갈 수 있게 됐어.
That if you're not
별의 탑을 참관하러 온
going to
손님을 맞이하는 게
a
상부로부터 받은
fire
임무니까.
wizard out of the SSR pool, then you're okay. This guy is a really good carry. I don't think William's that
어떤
good.
곤경에 처해도
You'd be shocked for me to say that. I use William a lot, but I don't think William's that good. William is a good replacement until you get a warrior named Lancelot, but William sucks, and I have used William. You've seen me use William at high level content, and that's because I had to. I just invested so much in William that I had no choice but to use him because look, he's got a full trade unlock, and I regret that because that could have went to Hassan. So I'm really pissed at myself. But William's trash. Don't use him. Lohannes is
앉으시지요,
really good.
청년이여.
When you look at the SR pool, this is one of the best healers in the game, and he comes out of the SR pool, and he's actually cheap to build, and he comes with his own leadership skill. Yeah, everybody uses Lohannes. Anybody who plays this game and who's a free-to-play player uses Lohannes, and they don't regret it.
내
Layla is
앞에서
another sleeper
그렇게
unit. There are things about Layla I don't like, and there's things about Layla I do like. Her stat spread is really good for an assassin. The thing about it is, I wish she had like better DPS options. Like she has an AoE and she has like 2 single targets, and I don't like that. I do like this because she actually has Secret of Destruction, which applies armor shred to multiple targets, which is really good. And she has a easy team leadership skill, which is really good. I just wish she had better DPS options. But overall, Layla's actually good. These characters, excluding William, are really good. Helga is average. I mentioned Helga because she's average, but for what you're getting, it's okay. if you have better wizards built, then by all means use them. But if you don't, Helga's a good fill-in. Don't feel bad about using Helga. If you have better wizards, I would recommend them, but it's hard to build SSR wizards because they're competing with spots on the team where you would like to have a warrior there. In my opinion, it's okay to use SR wizards because warriors are so busted. The SSR warriors are so busted that you would really want to build them to rank 9. Like, I do not regret building Charlotte to rank 9. I never will. I do not regret building Sighart to rank 7. I do not regret building Sanakin to rank 9. I do not regret Lancelot either. And if I get Peacock, sadly, I would not regret building her. Like, I would regret building Atum to rank 9. I would regret building Light, the new one. I would actually regret building her because they are like one-dimensional characters. Like, warriors get so much crap that other characters don't, and it's not fair. So when you look at the SR wizard pool, it's okay to build these guys because you're only asking them to do magic damage. They're there to deal magic damage, and she actually does this really well. Not the greatest, but not the worst. So characters like he sucks. Do not build Amon. He sucks.
외로움은
Do not build Helga.
네가
He
본
sucks.
그대로
She's
장공호야.
actually
이
a
검과
character
이
that
몸은
you can build.
유령왕님을 위해 존재한다.
If you don't have Gabriel, she's kind of a must build. I I say that because I see a lot of good in heart players, and they're like free to play players, and some of them are whales. She's actually a good unit. Gabriel's better, but if you don't have her, she's okay.
남의 머리
Saoirse
위는 왜 자꾸
is
쳐다보는
okay.
거야?
Is okay. I mean, if you don't have Charlotte, she's kind of a must build. But if you're gonna play this game, you should like devote all your resources to getting Charlotte. So it's kind of like a weird place where we're at in this game where a character is so powerful that you really have no choice but to dump all your marbles into building that said character. Because Charlotte is that powerful. This is a character that
작은
people
마을의
sleep on,
멧돼지 기사도
but some of the better players in this game will acknowledge that Melissa is one of the best tanks in the game. She has a really great passive. She reduces physical damage by 18%, and she always does fixed damage. This is kind of like the Queen of Thorns in Langresser because she does fixed damage all the time, and that's really good because it helps her get past like certain obstacles that other warriors face. Like, she has actually a good, like, her whole set is really good. The only reason I didn't build her is because I put all my marbles into Ballet and I just don't have enough space, but I think I'm gonna have to build her because I need another fire unit. But if you have her, you should build her because wow, she even gets regeneration on her tank talent. Yeah, she's really good. So yeah, there's some characters that are extremely good in the SR pool. There's a couple of characters that I want to talk about in the SSR pool. And I'll end it there. These three characters I think are must-haves. Gabriel,
이곳은
Charlotte,
아이,
and Clefairy.
아비아를 돌봐주셔서
But just from raw
감사합니다.
experience,
파로스에 있을 때보다
these are
훨씬
must
웃음이
build. If you
많아졌어요.
get either one of these characters, you must build them to rank 9 because they make the gameplay experience so much easier. Sighart's a no-brainer. Seminar's a no-brainer. Richard is a must-build character. to me.
기사의 영광은 세월에 퇴색되지
There's just
않는다.
certain
그대는
content
나
I just don't
레온하트가
see
줄곧
you
기다려온
clear
동료인가?
without him. Like especially Whirlpool of Water or Erismuel's Den. You can clear it without Richard, but Richard makes the gameplay experience so much easier. So is Lena, but Richard is to me a must-build character. Like certain tanks in the game are must builds. Like She's a must build, and another must build character I think is her.
고개
Catch
숙이지
is a must
못해?
build for two
잘
reasons.
들어. 나
PvP
캐시의
and
협조를
PvP
바란다면
content.
내가 시키는 대로 해. 알겠으면
actually can
큰
do
소리로 예하고 대답하고.
I've actually used this character literally at rank 3 to clear content, so I can attest that Catch is really good. Catch has the highest defense stat in the game. For some reason, they gave this little girl all the juice. I don't think that's kind of fair because I guess we're in the lolly world. But yeah, she is one of those like must-build characters. I personally haven't built her yet, but I will. I'm actually looking to dump some into this in order to get Catch because she's so good. But if you're a PvP player, this is the best PvP tank right now. So that's kind of my goal, like to summon into this. We only have like 11 days, but I want to summon into this to see if I can get Catch. That'd be really good for the account. Her at rank 4 is really good. That's another thing. If you don't think that you want to build a new unit, then you're gonna have to look at these summoning options because they're super important. The only place you should summon weapons is from the unique weapons. You should never summon here. Ever summon here. You should only summon here. Because, excuse me, you will get other weapons because you will actually have to go to pity for some reason to get these weapons. So, in my opinion, I think this is the only place you should summon for any type of weapon. But anyways, if you like my content, hit the like, share, subscribe button. Have a great day, and goodbye.